Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today we're going to talk about the Friday practice session in Valencia ahead of the weekend decider race this Sunday. So on combined times, Luca Marini topped the field from Martin, Miller, Marc Marquez, Bastianini, Oliveira, Zarco, Quartararo, Bagnaia, Binder, Rins, Viñales, Espargaro, Mir, Bisecchi, Morbidelli, Alex Marquez, Paul Espargaro, Cal Crutchlow, Raul Fernandez, Remy Gardner, Taka Nakagami, Digi Antonio, and Darren Binder was in 24th. Now this weekend, I suppose it's all about Fabio and Pecco, who is going to win the championship. Realistically, all Fabio can do is win the race, and I have to admit, I think Fabio looks on pace wise that he can actually do it. I know the overall classification right now doesn't really show it, but Fabio's pace is actually quite good. Towards the end of the session, there was a lot of soft tyre runs done, but Fabio does look very, very comfortable on his pace. Pecco in this morning's run and this afternoon's, he did look like he was riding a little bit tight. Looks like he was under a little bit of pressure. But saying that, and I will put it out there straight away, that on the Friday practice in Australia and Sepang, he was kind of in the same boat. Sepang was a bit out there, but in Australia, I do expect him to pick it up in FP3. Now, look, he is in 9th place, just behind Quartararo, and there's like 5 thousandths of a second or something between them. So, not a bad showing for Quartararo. But again, Valencia is that sort of track. If you look from 1st to 24th, covered by 2.2 seconds. 1st to 23rd is covered by 1.5 seconds. So, even a tenth of a second is a big gap, or is a lot of gap to try and make back here in Valencia. Good shout out for Marc Marquez. He's looking forward to a stronger weekend this weekend than in Sepang. Honda is good on the one lap pace and he can get a lot out of it. But he is hoping for a bit more again on this weekend than he got on the last weekend. A bit shocked with Marini up the top, but again, good pace overall. He was thereabouts all the time in session 2. I thought a little bit better for the Aprilia boys. Viñales and Espargaro, they're only separated by a tenth of a second. Again, in 12th place, I thought they would be a little bit further up the grid. It does look a little bit like there's a lot of Ducatis in the top 10, and at one stage there was 5 Ducatis in the top 6, and it will be interesting tomorrow to see who comes out in pole, or what way does the pole position come out. Taka Nakagami is back from his injury. Morbidelli, I'm going to say progress, because he's 8 tenths of a second off. He's under the second off his off the leader. And, he's half a second slower than Quartararo. So maybe this is a good bit of progress. Let's see. That was a soft tyre run from Franco Morbidelli. So it will be interesting to see where he is. Bisecchi, again, I do believe he will move forward throughout the race. And the two Suzukis, Rins in 11th, under half a second off. And Mir in 14th, nearly 8 tenths of a second off. It is their last Grand Prix for Suzuki, and they will shut the doors on Sunday and let that be that. Also for Jack Miller, great showing as well. Jack does appear to have good pace, so interesting to see him in 3rd. Definitely think he can do well within the race, but still I think it's very much so open for anyone for qualifying tomorrow, if I'm very honest. If you were to look at it, a prize example of this, the top 10 is covered by 3 tenths of a second. So, it's open in my view, as I said, for anyone. But if I am going to pick someone for pole tomorrow, the person I think I'm going to pick is Jorge Martin. But I'd definitely love to know who you think is going to be on pole. Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow after qualifying.